guys, so today is the big reveal. It's not quite finished in the sense that I still need at least 2 more cushions, but I'm having a terrible problem finding really nice navy cushions. I managed to get 2 today and I would have bought all the same, but they literally only had 2 left in the shop. I'll let you see the chaos that is the landing right now and the nursery pre me starting work on it. So I don't know if you can see, boxes, bags for the charity shop. Ethel, hello Ethel, hello Ethel. She keeps finding little places to hide. And then this is the nursery. I don't know why it's showing so blue. Let's put the light on. No furniture left in here now. Bits and pieces of my pasting table. We're getting ready for doing this room out. So obviously things that would be in here are out on the landing. Charity stuff is still waiting. But yeah, that's where I am. So my landing at the moment is absolutely giving me grey hairs. My hubby keeps making comments. I'm going to batter him, I think. I'm going to batter him. As I used to say to him, well I still say to him sometimes, I'm going to batter your nose to the size of a blackhead. Anyway, here we go. I want to show you the finished room. I think Ethel's gone in first. But here we go. Let's turn you around. So here we go. Walking through the door. First of all, you're met with the array of wallpaper, which I just love. And I'll try and walk you around the room. I'll give a quick scan. Ooh, I hope I don't make you feel too giddy. There's the door out into the hallway. And there we go. Right, now I'll start being slightly more sensible. So this wall now has the dressing table. And I hung a gold mirror that was somewhere else in the house low so it can be used as the mirror. This is where I put the Take a Walk on the Wild Side, one of the plant things, and the Hello Gorgeous, which I think stands out beautifully on here. There are 2 pictures on here because they are pictures of my daughters, and I'm not sure they work, although I think this, whoops, I think this one could. Really not sure about this one, but again, maybe it could. But they're hers, and I don't want to boot them out if she may like them. I think this chair just about gets away with being in here. It's not glaring out as wrong. As you can see, I have my giraffe, my gold pot, my love from Poundland, and a lamp. Then the white cupboards are now, this is the blue that I was waiting for forever, this paint, and I filled in the panels with some of the spare wallpaper. Then the chimney breast, which is where the bed used to be, is now the chest of drawers. And above it I've done a little bit of a gallery. So we have our Be Our Guest, another one of the plants that I got from Sainsbury's, one of the dragonflies, your Super Duper, couple of mirrors. This is the mirror that I painted orange and all sorts of colours, and Go Get 'em Tiger. I don't know if you remember Go Get 'em Tiger. That was a card that came in one of my stationery boxes and I thought would really work. The hello Ethel. The pink elephant and the yellow monkeys, and then the beautiful parrot bookends. Now I've put love on here just for the minute because again, not quite sure, still thinking it through. Then we scan across, and this is where the chest of drawers used to be, and it's now the wardrobe with the storage boxes on top, and I don't know if you can see that really well, my frog that I fell in love with from the range. The windows I went with, oh, is the colour working? I went with yellow ochre. I'm hoping the light will come back. The light is not doing very well. Yellow ochre curtains. These were, are they coming back? Here we go. I went with yellow ochre curtains. These were from Asda and an absolute steal. Again, I painted the radiator. I think it looks far more subtle now. It was the same paint. And the plants and the little orange pot, which I thought was gorgeous. Then the bed is now on this side of the room, and I think this is where the biggest change is taking place, really. So above it I have my We Can Do It poster. You can see the two hanging lights. They're not quite, I haven't gathered them properly yet. I'm letting the flex relax, because it was quite, you know, they wound them quite tight to get them in the box. And the bed with the recovered headboard, at the moment it's just, again, yellow and navy. This is this gorgeous navy plush. You can see that somebody really likes it. Yes, I know, Ethel, you're getting in amongst it, aren't you? Then in the corner is a chair. This is the cream chair that was covered in cat hair. I have painted it navy. I've put an old pink cushion and this throw, just a small throw on here, because I like to have lots of soft furnishings and lots of throws around. On the wall here, oops, you'll see the yellow thumb and the golden Buddha. And above them, ooh, are we there? Yes, the other dragonfly. So if I stand over here, you get a better view of them with the yellow curtains, the dragonfly, the two little shelving units. And then this was an old unit that we've, oh God, I don't know how many years I've had. I painted it in the same navy paint, and I've just sat a pretty gold tray, and as you can see, the pink flowers on it. These lights I just think are so genius. If I switch one off, because I think the glare might be getting to it. So this just runs down. Here's the cable with the switch. It runs down to a plug, and then you have the twisted or braided cable running all the way up to the, where are they? Running all the way up to the wings that I painted, and then again you drape them down. I got the ones with this sort of rose gold, old gold look, and just some really clever light bulbs. So it means you don't have to have lampshades or lamps either side of the bed. You can get the same effect. And I don't know at the moment, are they high enough? Are they too high? That's something they can learn and can adjust to suit themselves, because as you can see, oops, it's wound around and around and around, so it can be as long or as short as you want. I don't know, do they want the bulb sort of down just sort of headboard height, or up there? So I've put them slightly higher just until somebody has slept in it and said to me, yeah, that works or that doesn't. And again, I've tried to put them slightly to the side of the headboard, so that if they do have it at full length, it'll come to about here. So sort of avoiding people knocking themselves on them. But I think they're fabulous, and they were cheap as chips from Amazon. So the only thing, as I say, is that I feel that there are not enough cushions on the bed, but getting navy cushions, oh my goodness, it's so difficult. And I'd really like to add some pink on there from the wallpaper, but I'm struggling to find anything that isn't blush pink. Of course, I have the big pink cushions that used to be on the bed, but they are too dark really for the bed. They're here because my daughter uses them. She's always loved these cushions. She sits on them. She quite often works on the floor. She does yoga. She does things like that. And I mean, they're just huge. They're huge cushions and they're really handy. So that, I'm hoping I haven't missed anything, is the room. I'm sure, would you? Ethel is biting the throw. It's meant to be fake rabbit fur, and I think she believes it. Are you all right? What are you doing to that throw? What are you doing, you daft cat? I think, you know, little things will be added as I see them, as it occurs to me. I think there will be more things going on the walls. But for now, right now, I am extremely pleased and extremely happy with how the room turned out. I can see I'm going to have a problem with Ethel in this room. She's just given that throw a real pasting. Hello, Ethel. Come here, Ethel. There's Ethel. There's Ethel. Hello, you. Hello, you. Hello, you. I even went so far as to spray the inside of the drawer in gold. I was feeling very fanciful that day. Now we're just going to chase the cat out and shut the door. Come on, Ethel. So I'm back downstairs now. I hope you liked the room. My brain is already percolating with what to do in the nursery. I've ordered the paper. I'm so excited to see it because I haven't actually seen it in the flesh, which is a bit of a worry in case the colours are off, but I think it'll be great and it'll work as an adult's room and a kid's room. Be really quite a big transformation going on in there as well. I wanted to show you, I did buy some cushions from B&M yesterday, hoping that they would bring the pink that I wanted. Have you seen these, guys? If anyone hasn't, I just want to show you. I think they're amazing, although they don't work for me. But look at these beautiful, beautiful cushions. Full 100% cotton. They're a blush pink, but they're a bit more than a blush pink. They have these beautiful gold palm leaves on, and they have 2 tassels on the corner, and that's what I thought I'd get away with it, because there is hot pink piping on it, but it just doesn't quite work. It's too much, it's wrong. But they were only £8 each, so I wanted you guys to see them in case anyone is thinking about wanting to zhuzh up somewhere. I just think the impact of these is tremendous for £8. Some of you have been watching me for a while will recognise this guy, because he's in the background of a lot of my videos, and he was one of the he will be one of the first ornaments going into the nursery. So it's animals again, but this time a different kind of animals. Another quick thing while I'm doing it. Do you remember this? Came in, I think it was the lemonade box. It's this dash water. Sparkling water infused with wonky black currants, 0 calories. Well, I gave it to my hubby because my hubby loves black currants. And as you know, he's obsessively dieting at the moment, which is probably why I'm struggling so much, but he said it was horrible. It tastes just like fizzy water that someone has put barest trace of Ribena in. It's got that thin taste, you know, it hasn't got enough flavour. He said it'd be better off with no flavour than the pathetic amount that was in there. So I think this is £1.85 a can. And with that kind of damning verdict, because he's not usually harsh, but he was like, I feel like he said, I feel like my mouth has been made a fool of, was what he actually said. So I thought I'd let you know, in case anyone's tempted. Not great. Another thing I was going to mention was that I did pop back to Sainsbury's and get the smaller version of the Rolling Stones tee. Did that today. And I also picked up another one of those £10 black t-shirt dresses. Oh, it's so comfortable, guys. It's so comfortable. And at £10, you're not worried about what you're doing and whether you damage it. And because they had another one there in my size, I was like, yes, yeah, absolutely. I got another one. A couple of little bits that I got for in the room that I've just finished. I picked up these that hang in your wardrobe. I've not seen these before. These are £1.50. They're from B&M as well. This is called the Island Sunset. They're scented beads in little bags. There's 3 of them, so I can hang them in the wardrobe, put them in the drawers, and it'll just help have a nice scent. And I got to go with it the reed diffuser as well. It's by Air Scents, which I presume must be maybe their own company. I don't know. I think it's a cheap one. Reed and bead diffuser. Can you see it's got little purple balls bobbling about in it? I didn't buy it for the colour because purple's not really right, but £1.50. I also picked it up in a pink one, which is blush peony, because £1.50 for a reed diffuser is good. I mean, it's not the biggest in the world, but if the scent is nice, you know. So that's my little bit of housekeeping. I forget to tell you about things. I remember somebody asked me once about the scented bags that we use for you know, putting away linens, the ones that you do the suction on. And I got a couple of the Poundland ones just recently. They're very good. I was very happy with them. So that was something else I promised to mention and I didn't. It's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining and yeah, my Nick seems well, which is, yeah, because I've been a worried bunny, ladies. I know I've been quiet. I've been a worried bunny. He's kind of precious to me, you know. And he doesn't react well to things, and I was very afraid that he was going to refuse to have treatment because he is scared of needles and doctors and all that kind of thing. So I was afraid that he was going to do that. As it turns out, he was brilliant. He manned up and he did it. And so I am feeling tremendously brilliant. Oh, and the nails are still lasting. They keep pinging off, but that's because I've had my hands in sugar soap and various bits and pieces. But I just glue them back on and look how good they look. Anyway, that was it. That was, I don't know, I feel like I've forgotten loads of things. And if I have, I apologise. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days. A Mask Monday, because I didn't do Mask Monday this week. I'll have to do a mask whenever day. And I'll try and fill you in, because there's lots of bits and pieces. I'm going to have to make some notes, so I can sit down and have a proper long convo with you. Anyway, that was me. That was the room. That was all sorts of everything. And especially it was Ethel. Okay, bye guys.